What's up, you guys? It's Deontay. Got another episode for you guys. This is about the Texas shooting that happened yesterday. Following up on it, I got some more info from my man, Hive Mind. He's going to break it down a little bit more for us. This is crazy, man. All this crazy talk they be doing about Trump fascists or just Republicans weird. Man, we're not out here shooting people. We're not causing violence. You know what I'm saying? We disagree, but we're not shooting at nobody. We're not killing nobody. That's not right, man. That's not right. But here's the follow-up on this shooter information.
Is a crisis. First off, what's most obvious is a crisis of left-wing domestic terrorism and violence. And secondly, is a crisis of truth. For years, the left and their media allies have bent over backwards to frame political violence as anything but left-wing. They've skewed the data, used prison violence to make it seem as if there's this epidemic of MAGA violence. They blame conservatives. They take random acts of indiscriminate violence that are committed by ideological racists and then claim that those are right-wing attacks, of course, because to them, racism equals right-wing. They blame conservatives, they invent connections, they twist narratives, anything to avoid admitting what is right in front of us, what is right in front of our eyes. But as I've been saying over the last 2 weeks especially, but really over the last 6 years that I've been doing this work, the facts are piling up, and it's becoming undeniable. We are living through a wave of left-wing radicalism, a culture of chaos.
It's been the left been shooting schools, churches, now an ICE facility. Pray for these people, man. They got straight demons, man. And I blame the Democrats and the left-wing policies, all this stuff on TV. Charlie Kirk's death, they cool with that. They lift up George Floyd, a career criminal, robbed a woman that was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Did a home invasion. Came with a bogus 20. That's why he got arrested, or was about to be arrested, but he didn't comply. Popped a fentanyl on his mouth. Cops came. By that time, drugs in the system. Now he's tweaking. The cops should have did better, but at the same time, George Floyd started off wrong that whole day. And Charlie Kirk, all he want to do is give you a mic and let you talk, let you be you. Man.
To get into. So let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so we got a so-called communist US. I know the media is going to probably scramble for the next couple of weeks. Oh, we don't know the actual organization and clearly can't connect him to that. But nothing here is ambiguous. This kid was yet again another self-identified revolutionary, a leftist foot soldier taking up arms for the cause of the modern left. The media can attempt to spin this away in any way that they want, but there is no more confusion here. He didn't just stumble into violence. What was going on? Gestapo, yada, yada.
This is not Germany. That's the SS and the Gestapo. This is the United States of America. Unmask yourselves.
He fell into the radical communist revolutionary type culture where they justify violence, they call for blood, they demonize.
You're like, it's just a picture of a communist. Hello. That's not a good idea. That's not bad. It's like me. I got a picture of Spider-Man. Spider-Man's a hero, not a bad guy. He has a picture of a bad guy. Communist is not good. And we all know that.
Anybody in America scrambled to suggest the shooter was right-wing. And they're laughing because they actually now have proof that this kid was a registered voter and voted in the 2020 is without a shadow of a doubt a product of the Democrat left. And like I said earlier, he fits perfectly in the mold of the Hassan Piker style online leftist culture, these angry, radical, revolutionary types who have convinced themselves that the Hassan and these other characters signal for blood and demonize the right as open targets. Well, clearly he took and identified on social media. I'm not going to post any of their photos or any of their posts because, well, I just don't think that that's correct. But you'll probably see it all over social media. This entire family was rabidly anti-Trump. And so clearly a pattern is emerging here. This was a copycat killer. He was your typical wannabe rebel. I think the larger conversation is more important purpose. I don't want to give him of these individuals, their social media patterns and identifying the extremist pipeline. No, I think we need to zoom out and focus on the pattern of left-wing violence as a whole. This is not an isolated story. And I think that statement really hits hard, considering it's not even isolated to this month or this year. I got this Benny Johnson tweet here that I think really puts it into perspective. In Fox News vehicle and bomb threat at RFK celebrated Kirk's death. Massive Charlie Kirk memorial vandalized and destroyed in Arizona. Students at Texas Tech and Tech the assassin helping him escape. We saw a trend. It will get worse and won't stop until it's taken seriously. Enough is enough. I couldn't have said it better. I've been saying a massive spike in left-wing violence. You know, one case you could wave it away. 2 cases, call it a coincidence. But this is obviously a movement. This is the grassroots movement of the left. This is the culture that they have cultivated. This organized radicalism, this hyperbole and extreme rhetoric that is now spilling into blood and terror. There is no more running from this. You know, the left can run all they want, But you guys own this. You built this culture. You defended it. You celebrated it. People that were so active on the streets, are waking up and seeing the truth, watching the chaos, realizing that the real their destinies are.
That liberals need to wake up and finally realize that if they're not willing to do it, it will never come down. If you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term. Every time he's in office, this happens. People joked about when Biden came in, it was so boring, nothing was going on. 7 out of 10 of the largest protests in American history have happened under Donald Trump.
But that doesn't make their argument that it's Donald Trump's fault, that it's the right's fault. That makes the argument that the left engages in violence when they don't get what they want. The left loses in the democratic process. They don't accept that defeat. They view it as a threat to their power, to their agenda, and their reaction is extreme and violent. But anyways, once again, the shooter's social media tells the whole story. Communism, left-wing violent culture, hatred, that is the culture that is being normalized on the online left. That is the future of the Democrat Party. Those are the people who are watching Hassan, watching Destiny, voting for AOC, excited about Zoran Mamdani coming into office. The Democrat Party can run all they want, but the connection is absolutely clear. Man. This is what left-wing grassroots culture is producing. That's what I got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the...
Thank you, Liberal Mind, for that. Yeah, y'all, do y'all research, man. It's sad, man. It's sad. Oh, boy. Like, subscribe.